So after moving around the camera, I think I have a good angle set up for y'all. I hope the lighting is good. I'm in my bedroom on the floor like we used to do it. And I'll be honest, this was not a video I thought I was going to be filming. I have continuously gotten questions after every decluttering video, which I anticipated. So I've kind of answered some of those as I've gone through. If a question was asked on one decluttering video and I was filming another, I tried to answer that question in my next decluttering video. But I'll be honest with you, and if you hear any thunder, it's outside. Of course it's outside, it's thunder, but it is raining really bad. We're fixing to get some bad weather next week. It's supposed to rain all week here, and then next week we're supposed to have extremely low temperatures. I'm not looking forward to it at all. So it's just nasty outside and we have thunder. So if you hear that, that's what it is. So I anticipated having these questions, no big deal. And then I got a comment on my video, my Disney video on Friday. I'm filming this on Monday, January 8th. And it just hit me wrong. I'm glad I have waited 3 days to sit down and film this. Originally, I had posted, and Izzy's in here, so you're gonna see her floating around probably, because she will not sit down in this blanket in front of me. Originally, I accepted the comment, and I made a comment after it because it really hit me wrong. And then after thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to delete the comment because I'm going to film a video. And I didn't want to publish the comment and then y'all go back to the Disney video and see the comment and who made it. So I screenshotted the comment, so I'm going to possibly put it up here. I'm going to see if I can do that. So this one comment is what sparked me sitting down and filming this video. And so we're going to discuss it and everything kind of related to the decluttering, some questions you've had and all of that. And I personally do not know if this person who commented knew that the way their comment came across was just wrong, in my opinion. And if you are, let me just read it. I don't want to get into it. Okay, so the comment reads, I worry you are going to pass your materialistic and hoarder values onto your kids with those keepsake and ornament boxes. When they grow up and leave home and you give them the boxes, and at that point there will be more of them, it's like you were saying, here you go, these boxes are your responsibility now, whether you want them or not. Number one, after reading this comment, the first thing that pops into my head is like, this has got to be somebody new on my channel. Because if you have followed me since the beginning or any length of time, this does not describe me at all. And the two words, or the four words that really stuck out to me is materialistic and hoarder values. I mean, after I read that, I was speechless. Like, I had no idea what to say. As a society, it's really easy to sit on the internet and throw comments at somebody not knowing what in the heck you're talking about. I am neither one of those things. I am definitely not a hoarder. If you were to walk through my house, you would know I'm not a hoarder. That is not me at all. I have decluttered many times in the length of this channel. You guys have seen it. I'm just coming back around to doing this again. And let's talk about the materialistic and hoarder values thing. It is really easy to come across and tell somebody you're a hoarder or you're materialistic. You know, every generation is different. And I'm not going to say that every person in every generation is the same. Okay? I'm not. But when you come from a family that, you know, here's the thing. Like, my mom I want to say like my great-grandmother. You know, things were passed down through generations. That's just how things were. My mom right now has probably 5 or 6 sets of dishes. So are you calling my mom a hoarder? Are you calling my mom materialistic? Those aren't all hers. They are sets that were passed down from my great-grandmother and my grandmother, her mother, and then she has her own. So we just can't come out and tell people that they're materialistic. Now I'm going to tell you, let me be honest. If you want to go back to when I was 18, yes, I was materialistic because I had no idea the concept of money. No idea. Did I know that I was materialistic? No. It is a process to realize these things. And as I have gotten older, things don't mean as much to me. Okay? I do like nice things. I like nice things. And I also like inexpensive things. And I will even go on a personal note. Okay? I have got into arguments. I'm not going to tell you which family member. I have gotten into arguments in the past to where I have family members that felt like I was not sentimental enough because I did not get attached to every single thing. Like everything that, let's say, my grandparents would own. I was not sentimental to those things. And y'all, I've talked about this in videos, which was kind of mind-blowing to me when I read this comment as well, because we've talked about emotional clutter. We've talked about negative emotional clutter on this channel. So before you come at me and try to tell me that I'm materialistic and a hoarder, you need to go back and watch those videos. Because 42-year-old me is neither one. Neither one. And I am a sentimental person, but not in the same way that other people are. So I am not sentimental in the way that my mom is. We're not in the same generation. Okay? We're not. And you've got to think that we're all not raised the same way. You know, some people could be raised as the more things that you consume, the more wealth you have. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. But I'm just saying that we can't come at people like that and say, you have materialistic values. You have hoarder values. What, because you watched one 30-minute video of mine and now you think I'm a hoarder? Have you been through my house, or is this the first video that you've watched? Number 2, the whole comment about the ornaments. So I go in there after I read the comment on Friday, and Kate is in the kitchen, and my husband. So I read the comment to her, and this is the first thing that she said. You never told me I had to take them. Exactly. I never told her she had to take them. But I'm giving her the opportunity. And here's the thing. It's just like I told her Friday when we discussed it. I said, Kate, you might go through the box. When you graduate college and you're getting your first house, you might go through the ornament box, choose some of the ornaments that you want to take, and say, you know, I don't want those, or I don't want those now. And I might save them. And then when you have kids, her kids might want the Disney ornaments, or they might want the special ornaments. I have a few ornaments on my tree that were my grandmother's. So I never told my kids they had to take it. And you know, that goes back to, it's the same video. It's the same freaking video where I talk about Kate's things, and oh, I need to ask Kate if she wants that, because if Kate doesn't want this Funko, I'll sell it for her. And I have sold 3 of her things in the past couple of days, things I bought her. I could be attached to them, but I'm not. They're hers. She doesn't have to keep them if she doesn't want to. So I'm selling them. Anything that I sell of hers and I make money from, I'm giving her the money. So I'm immediately passing the money to her. So please, do not come at somebody trying to tell them that they're a hoarder and they have materialistic values. No. And one other thing, you guys, I have, like that video alone, the Disney video was very personal. I could have cut out the whole emotional part and y'all never would have known. So you took a very delicate moment for me and tried to, you know, because you're materialistic and you have hoarder values. And I understand if the person that made this comment did not intend for it to go this way, but it should tell you to watch the things that you post online. So I just had to get that off. So I just had to get that off my chest because it has really bothered me. I've thought about it all weekend long, and the person may not have intended for the comment to come across that way, but it did. And we just kind of need to watch what we say. And if we don't know what we're talking about, don't say it. So in a nutshell, it came off as very rude to me and I didn't appreciate it. Bottom line. So I just had to explain myself. Next thing, we're going to talk about some other little decluttering areas that a lot of people have asked. I did get asked, why did I start decluttering? Y'all, I've started on this journey, oh, y'all could probably tell me better than I did. What, like 2017? And, you know, Nathan and I have moved to many different houses. And as we have moved to different houses, we've been able to eliminate clutter and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not one that I can't function when there's a lot of clutter. I don't want to open a drawer and see a bunch of junk in there. And it kind of weights your brain down. And when you have more things, it takes more time to pick up rooms and all of that. So I've just always been a kind of neat and tidy and organized type of person. Ever since I was growing up, I was like that, I feel like. So this journey is, I guess, kind of been my whole life of decluttering and all of this. And it just got to a point when we settled into the home that we're in now, which we have been in this home 9 years, I think now. Thought it was 10, but it's 9. And it just needs to be cleaned out. You know, you go through different stages of life, and our kids are a little bit older now. Derek's 10 and Kate's 14. So we just kind of like it to have everything fresh and everything kind of just not piled up. I can't stand piles everywhere. Every so often I will go through and I'll declutter areas. Most of my house is pretty decluttered, so over the next couple of weeks you'll see little small areas. Next week I'll be doing the kitchen bookcase, the little cabinet in the kitchen bookcase. So stay tuned for that on Monday. So we're just doing some little areas. The recipe binder that I shared on Monday, that's a little area, but it needed to be looked at desperately. So I wanted to mention that. Also, a lot of you guys commented on my emotional state in my Disney video. And so many of you hit the nail on the head. After like watching that and editing it and really absorbing everything that went into that emotional little moment that I had, I can now say that it's a lot of what you guys said it was. Number one, it was I had wrapped myself up into something that let me down. And somebody said it was kind of like an old friend that's disappointed you. And that's exactly how it was. Like I had my whole heart and my whole being was in this company, and then it just kind of crashed and burned for me. And so, and the prices and all of that and the experience, it was just all flooding in at once. And when I opened that box to the clothes, and I think the clothes got me more than anything, because that first sweatshirt that was in that box was my gray sweatshirt with the Mickeys all over it. I loved that sweatshirt when I got it in the mail. I think it was a Target sweatshirt. I loved it. I wore it all the time. It was one of my favorites. And when I opened the box, that was the first thing that was at the top. And here's the thing. If you've watched my negative emotional clutter video, you know where this is going. And one or two of you mentioned this, that I needed to go back and rewatch my video, because then I would have a different mindset. And you are exactly correct. Because in that video, this is what I say. anything that you have in your home that when you look at it, you think something negative, you need to get rid of it. The negative emotion needs to go. So I'm going to link that video in a card above, wherever it is. And that was the thing. Like, y'all, I opened it, I get emotional. I don't want to cry. It's going. As hard as it was to open the box and see those things, that made me realize I don't need them. If I'm going to open a box and I'm going to get really emotional, I need to let it go. So all of those things have already been gone. I don't have them in my house anymore. And then lastly, you're going to notice this, and I'm going to talk about this again in Monday's video. The further along this process goes, the more money I've realized I've wasted. And that's really hard to swallow. Especially when you're pulling items out and they have the price tag on the bottom. So you like, oh, I've wasted $7.99 because I don't want this anymore. So that is really hard to grasp when you know that you've got debt and that you purchase these random things because of that instant gratification that they gave you. I guess I just got caught up in it. All the mugs and things that you've seen me get rid of, and the things you're gonna see me get rid of Monday, those were used on tier trays in the kitchen when I had a mug rack and all of this, and I've really downsized everything. I don't have that mug rack anymore. I do have one mug rack in the kitchen, but I'll be honest with you, I don't use it, and I would really like to take it down and put something else up. I'm just tired of having extra. I'm tired of the extra. And that's why I consumed all that. That's why I purchased all that. I was trying to fill up huge Mickey mug rack, and I was trying to fill up this other farmhouse mug rack, and I was trying to make these tiers on my kitchen counter look really nice, until I realized that I was having to clean the counter even more and move these things around, and they were getting dusty, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't need this here. And once I like got it down and put it up, I'm like, it feels so much better in here. I don't feel heavy. That's a good description. Heavy. I don't feel as heavy. So you guys, it's a process. If you haven't started your decluttering journey and you want to, start small. We'll talk about that on Monday as well. And it is starting to get a little bit harder for me. Not as in getting rid of stuff. I don't want to get rid of things. But when you continuously see every video, and you know, I film this, I edit the video, and then I go back. So I've experienced this 4 or 5 different times, one video. So I film the video, then I have to edit the video, then I watch it again. So it's like 3 times at least that I have had to see myself with this pile of stuff that I'm getting rid of. And it's really overwhelming. So I wouldn't consider myself materialistic, but I just wanted those things to make my kitchen cute. We've all been there. Oh, that mug's really cute. Oh, it's just $5. I'm just going to get it and put it on my tray in the kitchen. It's so cute. And then you do it again, and you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. And then it's like, what in the crap have I done? So that's kind of where I'm sitting right now with everything. And it makes me happy because I feel like already my house is looking more put together, and we're not having to try nearly as hard to get everything put together, even with these little things that I've done already. Number 2, we have been selling some things. Like I said earlier, I sold 3 things of Kate's in the last 24 or 48 hours. So all of that money is going to her, and she's going to be able to buy like clothes or shoes or makeup or anything like that, or, you know, going to Sonic with her money. So it's helping her, it's helping me, it's helping everybody, because it's getting everything out of our house. We've been able to bless many people, I feel like, with all of the donations that we have given. And as hard as it might be, it feels really good to do this. So you guys, if you have any more questions, leave those in the comments below, and I can do another video after we do a few more declutterings, and we can just make this an ongoing thing. So thank y'all for listening to my rant. I'm sorry, it just kind of just hit me hard and hit me wrong, and maybe at the wrong timing, but I just wanted to talk about it. So you guys, I hope you give this video a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. And y'all have done such a great job. I greatly appreciate everything, all the likes, all the comments, everything. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So I hope y'all have a blessed week, and until Monday, bye you guys.